Hello, this is a Red Smoke, and in this video, I'm going to talk about some spiritual experiences I had. Really strong, really powerful, which is why I hope Lacey's watching, because she needs to feel the spirit deeply, deeply inside her, because it feels good. Trust me. Um, Doing the Gordon B. Hinckley hand thing. Oh, I shouldn't talk about Gordon B. Hinckley. He's dead. Anyways, basically, I watched Conference. I watched every single session because I'm such a devout Mormon. And I just wanted to recap it for some of the sinners out there who might not have watched it. Now, I can't talk about the whole thing because it's too much to cover, but I just wanted to talk a little bit. I mean, like, President Monson, right? This guy's a rock star. He's like Elvis. It's like Elvis and Jesus had a baby. This is Thomas Monson, right? And I couldn't wait until Gordon B. Hinckley died, so that when I heard that Gordon B. Hinckley died, I was so happy because so President Monson could be the president. But in his opening address, when he talked about Jesus, man, I'll tell you, I was crying. I was crying. Okay, and you know, that first day, all of them were good. But when Vicky Matsumori was talking about, you know, giving your life to Jesus, um, I, I really liked it when she said, I don't think this is an exact quote, but when she was like, um, you know, when you give your life to Satan, it's easy, and when you give your life to Jesus, it's hard. But then when you die, I don't know. I kind of passed out at that point. I fell asleep, but it was all good. I was having dreams about Jesus and everything, but I woke up when Elder Bednar was talking, and he was talking about tithing and stuff like that. You know, saying how it's like, you know, you could take that 10% that you spend on tithing and put it away in a savings account, and that savings account would like grow and grow and grow all the time. Imagine taking 10% of your paycheck and putting it in a savings account. That'd be a great savings account. But why do that when you can just give it to the church, never to see it again? It's about Jesus, man. What would Jesus do? You know what Jesus would do? Well, Jesus wouldn't pay tithing because he didn't have a job. Okay, this guy couldn't even afford sandals. Um, but I did like President Dieter Eat F. Uchtdorf. Sorry I pronounced that wrong. I always pronounce that wrong. Uchtdorf. Um, I couldn't understand a word he was saying, so I kind of blanked that out. I started drawing at that point. But the Saturday afternoon session was even better than the Saturday morning session. I mean, Jorge F. Zabalos, man, he tore it up, yo. He tore it up, dude. He was gangsta. He was gangsta on that shit. Sorry, crap. I try to make it a habit not to cuss for at least 3 days after I watch Conference. So he was gangsta on that crap, yo. Frick yeah. And but dude, he was nothing compared to freaking Neil L. Anderson, dude. I mean, when he was talking about like you know, baptism, it's like he made it so understandable, you know what I'm saying? It's like baptism, man. It's like you put them in the water, you dunk them. It's like Oreos and milk, except it's like instead of getting that delicious Oreo cookie with milk taste, it's like you get that delicious salvation taste, man. That milky salvation, dude. And you gotta kind of wipe it off the corner of your mouth because you get so into it. In the priesthood session, I didn't go to the priesthood session, but dude, the Sunday morning session, I was kind of hungover, so I wasn't paying attention the whole time. But dude, freaking President Henry B. Eyring, dude, when he was talking about like family relationships and how families can be together forever, he was saying I I can't really remember exactly what he was saying because I was yelling at my dad um because my dad was being an a-hole, and so I was yelling at him, and he threw something at me, and it knocked me out. So I didn't wake up until Elder Russell M. Nelson started talking again, and I was like, psh, screw that guy, dude. I've never liked Russell M. Nelson, but dude, when President Thomas Monson ended that time again, dude, he was Elvis, dude, again, dude. And I remember that what he was saying about like prayer, how it's like, it's like some people pray and it's like, it's like, hey God, hey God, um you know but it's like if you really want to pray, you got to just kind of grab God by the balls. That's real prayer, dude. That's what Tommy Monson was talking about, dude. And then the Sunday afternoon session, after having a few beers and kind of dealing with my hangover, I was really into it, dude. I was there, dude. I was on it like Blue Bonnet. Okay. Um, but dude, the only thing that really stuck out to me, because that was kind of a boring session, but the only thing that kind of stuck out to me was when Dale, when Elder Dale Renland, when he was like, um, when he was talking about like home teaching and stuff. Because it's like, dude, I've been slacking on my home teaching and all that, but it's like, dude, once I found out that the people that one of the families I home teaches, that their son sells weed, dude, I was all over that, man. Hook up. So I took that to heart, which reminds me, I need to go home teaching after this. But dude, and it sucks, dude. I had this like bad diarrhea because whenever I drink beer, it gives me like the beer shits, and so the beer craps, and so I had this major like crap fest, and so I missed Thomas Monson's closing things, which really pissed me off. Sorry, it really ticked me off. But what can you do, huh? Life is only so long, so short. But dude, in the General Relief Society meeting, that was the best part of the whole thing, right? Dude, Julie B. Beck, man, she was tearing it up, dude. She was like Beyonce, but Mormon, and without as good of a body. But still, dude, I'd hit that. Dude, and Sylvia Allred, dude, she was talking about how it's like, you got to serve your man, and all this Adam and Eve type of stuff, and it's like, and it's true, man. Dude, ladies, I mean, you know, sometimes you just got to get on your knees, pray to the Lord, and ask him how you can better serve your man. You know, sometimes you just got to go right to the source, man. But anyways, I'm running out of time, so that was my little recap of the General Conference sessions. I hope you enjoyed it, because you can talk about it when you go to hell, because you should have watched General Conference. I shouldn't even be explaining it to you, heathens. What the fuck?